Hello friends, in this video let's quickly talk about what is not null constraints in the PostgreSQL server. The not null is one of the important constraint in the Postgres which helps server to prevent null value into any specific column. Let us assume you created a table with couple of columns, and out of all columns you mentioned one column as a not nullable column. So that time your Postgres engine doesn't allow you to insert the null values. It is going to accept a valid not nullable value while doing insertion, even while doing update. Not null works in both the cases, insertion as well as update time. So let me quickly show you how to work with not null constraint in a practical way. Here I am going to take a table with a name of employee, so which are of having 4 columns. If you see, the first one is employee ID integer, employee name varchar of 100 I am giving, salary integer, department ID int. See, I am creating this table to explain only the not null constraint. So I'll talk about normalization. So I am not considering other constraints in this example. So if you see this, by default none of the columns has any of the constraint. So I am planning to show you first without constraint, then I'll show you with constraint. Okay. So let's open a PostgreSQL admin window, PG admin. Okay, so let's fire up that. So let it open. Yeah, I saved my password, super user password. That is the reason why it was not asking. So if you're opening for the first time, like after the server restart, so it asks for the super user password or the user name and password. You just need to provide that. So yesterday, as a part of the previous examples, like I created one database with the name of examples. I want to do all my practice on the examples database. Even I can use a Postgres as well. Okay, I have a schemas as well. I'll talk about slowly one by one. So let's go to the query window where you can write the queries. So as I mentioned, you can write the queries in the PSQL, I mean SQL shell, or you can write in the PG admin 4. So just I'll show you this example on the PG admin. So simply right click on the examples. So you can see at the bottom query tool. So simply click on the query tool there where you can write your queries. You can write create, drop, insert, update, whatever the queries you want. So this PG admin is a bit more familiar to the developers. So it's a developer friendly window. Even PSQL or SQL shell also, it's a kind of a friendly only. Either is same. So now let's simply create a table here. Let's copy paste rather than writing. Come here and just paste here. So you can simply keep here, no problem. Yeah. So now if you see, I'm planning to create a table, employee table. So with 4 columns, employee ID, employee name, so salary and department ID. Okay, so if you see this one, so this does not have any constraints, even mainly does not have, so not null constraint. So PostgreSQL by default, if you go like this, it takes without a constraint. So let me add a constraint. So to which column do you want to add? So if you, by looking at the table, every employee ID required some number. Every employee should require some number. Every employee should require a name. Every employee should require a salary. Every employee should require a department ID. So without having any of the value, you cannot define an employee at all. But for time being, I am going to keep so not null constraint on a particular table that I am to the employee name. So I am keeping so not null constraint to the employee name. So, but ideally, if you see, I have only 4 columns. 4 column on the top of the 4 columns, I have to keep the not null. So, single table can have multiple not null constraints. You can have multiple not null constraints on the same table. So I am okay with this. So for time being, I'll show you this on the top of employee name. So let's quickly create the table. So let's execute this. So as I told you, like you can use the functional key F5 to execute, or you can use this. So either of it, let's do it. Okay, just press it. You can see the create table query returned successfully in 141 milliseconds. That's okay. So now where can I see the tables? Let's refresh this. All the tables. So I didn't specify any of the schema here. So all the tables by default goes to a public schema. The default schema, the name of the default schema is public. So under the public, so you can see tables. Under the tables, your table name is employee. Okay. So I have only the first table is this EMP and the second table employee, which I created now. So let's try to insert now. Okay. So hope like you know how to write insert queries as I showed you in the previous video. So if you are not sure about inserts, like just please go back to that. So insert into employee. Okay. So values. So just give employee ID. So I'm going to give 100 comma or 10 comma whatever the number I want. So employee, and let's put the employee name as John. Okay, so let's put the salary. I'm going with a positive scenario, so I'm giving every detail now. I'll show you the negative scenario, which if I don't give employee name, what will happen? We'll see that as well. Salary I'm giving as around some 3,400. So comma department ID I'm making as 10. Okay, so where is the department name? Let's not talk about that. So I'll talk about when I go for so other different constraints. Okay, foreign key primary constraint, I'll talk about that. So let's run this. Yes, you can see. So query returned successfully in 90 seconds. So let me add one more record with a positive scenario. Okay, so let's make it as 101. Okay, so Daniel. So let's make it as some 3,500 and department ID as 2. Okay. Let's run this. Okay, so now let us see the data. How to see the data? You can use select star from employee. Okay, so let's select this and run it. You can see the 2 records. Okay, so this is a positive scenario. So you do not need to worry, and even you do not need to worry either table has a not null constraint or not at all. You do not need to worry. Now let's try for the negative scenario. So unfortunate scenarios. So now let's try to insert into employee values. Okay, now let's come 102 comma I don't have any value comma. See, it's going unfortunately, but ideally as an engineer I know that without having a name I cannot define employee. Okay, let's put the salary as 4,500. I'm giving very high salary for that, and department as 30. Select it. Let's select that and try to run this. So once you run it, so you can see the query returned successfully in 153 seconds. So the blank. Okay, so now let's run this. You can see it's a blank. So the employee name has been went with a blank. I kept only not null constraint, but the blank values is accepting here. Now let's try to run the same with a null. Okay, here this is also not a valid scenario. I need to handle that as well. I'll talk about that later. So now I'm trying to keep it as a null. Okay, so if you see here, so okay, let me change the values here. Let me 3103. So make it as salary as some 4,000, something like that. So let's make it as department as 10. Okay, so now if you see, so let me try to run this. Yes, now you can see it. It is not allowing null into the particular value. Then why it is allowed blanks? We'll talk about that. You can see the error message. So null value into column EMP name violates a not null constraint. So failing row constraints 103 null means whatever the row we gave values, it is giving that. So SQL state, it gives you some state number as well. Every time whenever you see an error, you can see the state and error message as well. So there are a couple of cases that error message may not be the friendly, but most of the cases it's a developer friendly message only, not a end user friendly, but it's a developer friendly message. You can quickly identify what would be the error message. You can simply see that employee name is trying to insert null. It is not allowed actually because I defined that as a not null. So now let's make it as a some name here. let me remove this, sorry, let me remove this. Yeah, okay, so let me add some value saying that Kate. So, okay, so now if you run this, obviously it's a positive scenario, then I made it as positive scenario. Okay, so now let's select this and run this. Record has been inserted. Now let us see the data here. Okay, now the Kate has been inserted. So now the main point here is, so in out of these 4 records, so one record does not have a name, then how to identify, how to handle that. So we will talk about that as well. So that you can try to insert a null, not null, blank values, but you cannot insert null because it is a not nullable column. So this is about a not null constraint. I'll talk about the blank values in the upcoming sessions. So that's all about it. If you have any questions, please drop your question in the comment section. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also follow me on Facebook for more technical updates. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for watching.